What's up, spectators? Welcome back to the episode of Layton's Mystery Journey Journal. Screw it. Lady Layton. Wait. Okay, I'm just gonna say Layton. All right. Last time we saw Hans's twin brother, who had a bakery, and we found a shredded design for the clock hand in his trash can. We never asked him about it for some reason, and now we're in front of the shop because we wanted to go to a store nearby. I don't remember why, though. But first, I had to talk to everybody, so I spoke to this guy who was selling some sort of garbage. He came all the way here to England to sell garbage. I think I spoke to Kitty, because, yeah, I was like, that's an ugly-looking kitty. This guy I didn't speak to, I don't think. Oh, that is quite the face. Actually, in Korea, there's a candy, a snack that it's the shape of a tiny mushroom, where the mushroom head is chocolate and the base is just like a cookie, like a yeah, and it looks just like his head. Look it up, mushroom chocolate, because I don't remember the name of it. I think you'll find this place was empty until recently, but someone set up shop here now. Layton Detective Agency, it says on the sign, see? Open bracket, in other words, a snoop service, close bracket. You can't trust detectives if you ask me. They're as bad as the master criminals they're supposed to investigate. Well, you can trust the Layton name. The agency's motto is any mystery solved. I make it my personal mission to get to the bottom of any and every conundrum that my clients throw at me. You're the detectives. Oh, Bob, you're such an idiot. It's all right, idiot. Please feel free to come in for a consultation if there's anything we might be able to help with. Okay. What a great conversation that was. The door won't budge. Looks like it's closed today after all. Oh, bother. Sorry, miss. Oh.
Sorry, miss, but at least you can easily come again another day, seeing as it's right next to the door to the office.
But I'm in the mood for shopping. Do you think it's really closed? You don't think the owner will open up for me? Know when to give up.
Dearie me, you young tearaways never look where you're going, do you?
What?
Just look at that puddle at your feet!
Oh, you're right. My shoes would have been ruined. Thanks, I guess.
Oh, don't mention it! Suede is terrible for getting wet.
It's funny that there's only a puddle here and nowhere else. Wonder why.
Oh, I'm an old lady. There's nowhere for the water to drain. There's a fun little...
It's like, Riddleton, why are you talking to me? I got shit to do. You know, I'm saving London out here, and you're talking to me about conundrums and shit. Here's some very complicated pipe work. If you turn on the correct 2 valves out of the 8 valves at the top, the water will flow out of all the exit pipes at the bottom. If the pipe splits into 2, the water will flow both ways, but only in a downward direction. Touch a valve to select or deselect which pipe you'll send the water down. Figure out which 2 valves are the correct ones. So I want water to come out of all of them? Is that the case? By only turning 2 valves. I see. Got it. Okay. This is gonna be interesting. Alright, so let me... I don't know if it's gonna be very helpful for me to talk this through out loud, because all I'm gonna do is look through each route like A, and see where the water flows. Like, opening A would be good for one... I'm gonna just number them. 1, 2, 3, 5, and that would be it. But that's pretty good if we can match that with... Ah, no, E would not be good for that. Ooh, this one's a doozy. Did I get it?
This is an interesting one.
Yeah, boy! Dearie me, I wish you could solve the problem of this puzzle like you solved that puzzle. Oh, this lady has lost her mind. There's always a puddle here after it rains. Did it rain yesterday? One of my neighbors said it was raining in the middle of the night. Yes, I don't know what she was doing up, mind you. It sounds like it was just a passing shower or two, though. Rain in the middle of the night? Way up in the middle of the air. What do you mean, case complete? You can't just say that. Neither Cat, Ernest, or Sherl noticed but a sizable puddle in front of the lucky clover, blah, 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 blah. Ugh. I've got it. I know what happened to the missing clock hand. It dissolved. It was a dessert, and then the rain dissolved it. You do? This mystery is history. Oh, that's a knee slapper.
Who did it, miss?
All in good time, Ernest. We have to call Inspector Hastings. He'll want to hear this, of course. In fact, yes, I should think the results of the forensic analysis will be ready by now. Ernest, could you trot over to Scotland Yard? Take, what are you doing? Hey, are you chewing on wires? Don't do that, you lazy kitty. You mean the analysis of the,
You mean the analysis of those samples they took from the scene?
Yes, that's right. Once we have that, I'll explain. Just hurry up and explain.
It doesn't make any sense, Cat. Clock hands don't just go missing overnight.
Well, not necessarily. What if the hand melted during the night? That's a possibility.
No. Just no.
I wonder. Aha! Yes! The hand of the clock must have been an enormous wafer.
Now you're taking the biscuit.
Well, traces of a substance that could be wafer were found at the base of the clock tower.
Put me down.
Called it!
Tell me you're making this up, please.
The samples collected from the scene certainly could indicate a wafer-like material. It had me confused at first, but of course, wafer makes perfect sense.
Oh, yes. Wafer makes perfect sense for the kitty cat. But for the rest of us, who aren't crazy, it's a bit hard to swallow.
It's the truth that's crazy, not me. Because the truth is stranger than fiction.
Really?
It's highly probable that the culprit is someone used to cooking cakes and pastries on a grand scale.
In other words, a confectioner. We're looking for a master wafer maker.
We don't know any of those.
Oh, you again. What do you want now?
Well, Mr.
What the hell is that accent?
It's about the
What the
person
hell?
responsible for the missing hour hand.
Eh?
It's you, isn't it?
What are you talking about? This is not fair. You can't pick on me. What evidence?
If it's evidence you want, how about this?
It's drawing of hand.
I believe you made this, didn't you? As a plan for your brother, who had you make a giant clock hand out of wafer biscuit.
I was not enough careful. Like idiot, I made stew. I dropped the hand, and it was broken.
So it's supposed to be kinda like Russian? Is that it?
Now ambassador is coming, and we are in pickle.
So you came up with the idea of a wafer hand to buy you some time?
No, yes. It was only thing I could think of. But my Bratzy is not to blame. It was all my idea. Bratzy, no. I thought a plan, not you. Quiet, Alex. I told you just follow what I say.
It's really very charming.
Huh?
The idea of a giant clock hand made of wafer. It's a wonderful notion.
But it's very unfortunate you'll all have to go to prison now.
Still, I did not tell truth. I made big mistake. Now, I don't know what me and my Bratzy can do.
Oh, that's easy.
We'll send you to the gulags.
Easy?
Yes,
Peasy.
make another one. We'll present your wonderful wafer clock hand to the ambassador as a gift. What foreign dignitary wouldn't be delighted by a life-sized replica of a piece of one of Britain's most iconic landmarks?
Huh?
Oh, you British, you know how to entertain, huh?
Oh my God.
Whatever may happen, you will never exit our hearts.
Oh, yes. Be our guest. For Dufafa. And Britain's place as a friendly ally to its European neighbors was firmly re-established. You British!
Layton, you're amazing.
I can't believe it. That whole wafer thing. How wasn't that just a shaky dog story?
Ah, but you see, Sherl, the truth is always stranger than fiction.
Nah. I watched this interesting TED Talk recently about, idioms and how we accept them commonly as truth, yet we accept idioms that contradict each other all the time. Like, wait, you guys don't want to hear that. I can already hear Chloe shrieking. How'd you like the
How did you like the basket, Sherl? Was it comfortable?
Yeah, thanks. Beat sleeping on the street, that's for sure. Anything to stay out of the pound. Out of Battersea.
Well, if there's anything else at all that you need, do let me know.
I hear you're homeless at the moment, Sherl. You're welcome to live here at the office for a while if it would help. Oh, I don't know. Give a mouse a cookie. That would be a big help. This memory loss thing's a really rough deal. I don't know who I am or where I come from. Maybe he's like McGruff the crime dog. I just suddenly found myself wandering the streets. That's the first thing I remember. Whatever happened to McGruff the crime dog? Taking bites out of crime. Until you spotted one of our flyers and decided to enlist the services of the best detective in town.
Yes, that was one of the leaflets I designed that you picked up, Cher. Miss Layton had done absolutely no advertising at all since she set up here, you know? So I decided to take matters into my own hands. Although we still haven't had any business.
Apart from a vagrant canine. Oh, well, excuse me for merely being man's best friend. Being man's best friend don't pay the bills. Now, Sherl, I didn't say I was dissatisfied. In fact, I plan to use your dogginess to the full. How? Actually, maybe I don't want to know. By having you do what dogs do best. Using your nose. Following the scent of a villain from the scene of a crime, perhaps.
Oh, I say, Miss Layton, what a champion idea. Yes, Sherl can perform police dog duties with his heightened sense of smell. He'll be a wonderful asset to the agency.
Hate to rain on your parade, but this doggy's nose knows no notable smells at all. Oh, yes, I love sentences like this. I hate to run your parade, but this doggy's nose knows no notable smells. Oh, it's so good. Oh, this doggy's nose knows no notable smells. I'm sorry, we have to take a second here to appreciate this, okay? Oh, I love a good tongue twister. That was too many no's.
Are you telling us you can't smell anything?
Not exactly, I mean, I can smell things, but no better than a human can, I'd say. Really? Oh, what a disappointment. I was thinking I might actually find a use for you. Well, sorry, I'm such a letdown. I love his little, tiny, pudgy feet. Paws.
Never mind, I'm sure Sherl will prove useful in other ways.
The phone! Get that, would you, Sherl? Because dogs get phones. That makes sense. Why me? Now you're never gonna get business, because it's gonna be like, hello, is this the detective agency? Bark, bark. Well, if you can't help sniff out the truth, the least you can do is take phone calls. I'm a dog.
I'll get it. It could be someone with a job for us.
What can I set you working on? You'll have to pay your way somehow. Cleaning the toilet, perhaps? Filing? No, your paws prohibit so many tasks. I've got it. You could be the Layton Detective Agency mascot. We'll stand you on the prominent street corners touting for business, like a street corner whore. And I'll throw in a free massage as well. Now you're getting it. It looks like Ernest is finished on the phone.
That was Inspector Hastings from Scotland Yard.
Does he have a new case?
A murder, actually.
I wonder if a wafer did it. A big case at last.
Well, yes, except it seems it's not that simple. The inspector said it was probably a murder, but might not be a murder. But actually, it seems it probably is a murder, maybe.
It's not that hard. Did someone get killed by someone else, or didn't they?
I don't know, but the inspector wants you to meet him at Scotland Yard.
A murder that might not be a murder, but probably is a murder, maybe. Well, it's certainly intriguing. I smell a mystery that needs unraveling.
Oh, bother!
What?
It's the last day of the Riverside Festival, that's all. I'd rather hope to invite you to accompany me to watch the show this evening, Miss Layton. It's the last day of the Harry Potter Festival. And Rupert Grint is leaving.
Ah, yes, I'd forgotten the festival was on at the moment. What kind of festival?
It's a London tradition. Takes place on the banks of the Thames. It's a hoot, Sherl. There are street stalls serving food and drink and stage performances, and oh, it's all rather fun. It goes on for a whole week, but today's the last day. As the climactic finish to the festivities, tonight will be the Riverside Show of Devotion.
Sounds like a real hoot, an Annie.
Oh, it really is. Lots of young, strapping men
And women
who are in love line up on the opposite banks of the Thames to face each other and declare their mutual love.
in front of everyone else.
Absolutely. They say that couples who declare their love at the Riverside Festival will find eternal happiness together, you see.
I had no idea about that part of the festival.
It's jolly romantic, don't you think? I was hoping to escort Miss Layton so we could watch the show together and see the boys, but now...
Didn't you say it happens every year? There's always next year then, isn't there, Romeo?
Perhaps not. Numbers have been dwindling in recent years, you see. There are rumors that they might even abolish the festival altogether. The orgies got out of hand. The public orgies. This may very well be our last chance to experience it.
I must admit it does sound appealing.
Really? The romance of it all gets to you too, does it, miss? Oh, joy.
Sorry, Ernest. It's the food and drink stalls you mentioned that have piqued my interest. Ruled by your hunger, not your heart. You should be a dog. Food at festivals always tastes better for some reason, don't you think? It's the atmosphere, I suppose.
Oh, yes, I couldn't agree more. It's sharing with that someone special that really does it, isn't it?
Well, we mustn't keep Inspector Hastings waiting any longer, I suppose. Come along, we need to pop over to Scotland Yard.
Of course.
Why do I need to come? Because you need to earn your keep. You're getting free lodging here at my office, remember? Unless you prefer the street corner advertising we discussed. I'll grab my lead. I'm starting to think I picked the wrong agency here. So, does he, like, pick up his own poop, or do we still have to do that, or what? I hate that it's not pronounced Thames. That I have to say Thames. Sounds ludicrous. Hey, this song was in previous Layton games. This exact same song. So this is the famous Scotland Yard, is it? Not much of a yard, and it's not in Scotland either. Why is it called Scotland Yard? As a dog who likes open spaces, both revelations are a bit of a disappointment. It's quite imposing, isn't it?
I'll say, don't forget that the Metropolitan Police are responsible for keeping the peace across the entire city of London. This is a very special place, and not the least because it's where Miss Layton and I first met. It's one of my most treasured memories. Such a fateful meeting, wasn't it, miss?
Stop ass-kissing. This is no time for reminiscing, Ernest. Hastings has a possible murder, or maybe not, he needs our help with. Come along. Oh, you got a puzzle, don't you? Oh, no, you don't.
Hello, what have we here? Katrielle Layton and company, no less. Good to see you at the yard, Mum.
Hastings is investigating the latest case with a rather small team of officers. The select few, you might say. Ha. Really dry humor you have there. Some might even say you don't even have any sense of humor, it's so dry. After your brilliant performance on the Big Ben case, I'm not at all surprised to find you among them, Mem.
You've made a name for yourself already, miss.
Yes, which means we'll have to work hard and solve this case too. I have expectations to live up to now. I want some coins. Give them to me. The coins that I never use, because I'm always worried I'll need them later. Alright, let's go inside. Oh yes, I forgot to mention that we can return to the agency at any point. Whenever you'd like to go back, just touch the Layton Detective Agency icon. I've put details of all the cases on the pin board, so you can switch to investigating another case whenever you decide to do so. Or you can play around with the office feng shui if you don't like how it's decorated. So that would be a way of going back to previous cases and finding
any coins or solving any puzzles we might have missed.
And for the less serious-minded, Ernest, redecorating can be a nice change of pace. The decorating mechanic in the first Layton games were all garbage. There was no point. It was really stupid. Now, I would like to be able to change your clothes. For every 5 puzzles you solve, you receive a decor docket. Okay. Something's not right.
What is it?
Don't you think it's unusually quiet here at the police headquarters considering a murder's just been reported?
I suppose you're right. I don't see many officers rushing about following leads. Oh look, there's Douglas Durd, the reporter from the London Times.
Let's go and ask him if he knows anything. If anyone will know, it's a reporter. They should call it the London Thames, because then it's like, haha, it's like the Times, but it's the Thames. You're on the same trail as me, I dare say.
You've heard about the incident at the Riverside Festival, I presume? A murder, no less.
What a dark world we live in.
So it was a murder then.
Yes, probably, or maybe not, but it does seem likely. Then again,
I thought of all people you'd know at least.
well, the word on the street is it was a murder, but the police haven't made a statement either way.
Seems a bit odd, don't you think?
A murder at one of London's biggest events should be front page news.
Looks like we're just going to have to get the facts from the horse's mouth.
If by horse you mean Inspector Hastings, I pressed
That's what I think about you taking letters out of perfectly good words.
Thanks for that. We'll go and find him once we figure out what the hell you've been trying to say.
No need to thank me. All I ask in return is a little dishing of any dirt you happen to pick up, and if think at all will do. Hello, hello, hello. I just saw you outside, but now I'm inside like magic trick. Bum's the word, of course, but I can't figure it out.
Could I see it?
You could indeed. This is the very puzzling puzzle. I'd certainly appreciate your assistance. Your ass's stance.
Happy families. There are 7 people in my family with 5 children, including me. The second eldest boy is 4 years younger than me. The second eldest girl, who I get on with really well, is 3 years younger than the eldest girl. The eldest boy is 4 years younger than the eldest girl and 3 years older than the youngest boy. We all have the same parents. If the second eldest girl is 19 years old, how old am I? All right, I've done plenty of these before. It's very, very solvable, but it just takes a little time. So here we go.
Do it, I think. And that's how it's done.
I'm not really sure why that was the case. Because at first I assumed she was the oldest. But yeah, the 15-year-old would have been the boy, the youngest boy. If you work in order from the second eldest girl, everyone's ages becomes apparent. She's 19. The eldest girl's 22. The eldest boy is 18. Youngest boy 15. Person posing the question is also 19. The twin sister of the second eldest girl. Ah. Man, that stinks. That was the first puzzle where I got it wrong on my first try. This is where it starts. This is when I start messing everything up. That should put you out of your misery.
Oh, indeed it should, Miss Layton. Much obliged, I'm sure. Now I'll be able to keep my mind on the job. Lovely jubbly.
What are you saying about her jubblies? Rude.
Not so PC, are you?
Wait, that is his name, right?
You're very welcome, Constable. Do call in at the agency if you need any assistance. All right, well, it's been just about 30 minutes here, so why don't we wrap this video up? Okay, stop. Wait, stop. Stop. Okay. So stay tuned for the next episode. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.